massive Spring Awakening fan, I found myself really excited for the UK premiere of The Secret Life of Bees musical. The Almeida have had such a strong track record over the past year with just hit after hit after hit, and it's been really exciting to watch all of this, and I can safely say that The Secret Life of Bees continues this trend. A beautiful story about the power of faith. The Secret Life of Bees feels sadly relevant, but also so powerful. But why? Why did I enjoy The Secret Life of Bees? What about it appealed to me? And why is this story important? Let's find out. But if you haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Ellie. I talk about theatre. I do reviews, I do discussions, I do video essays, and if any of that sounds interesting to you, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out and helps out the channel. But let's talk about this musical. The first thing I want to discuss is the music of the show, because oh my god, this score is incredible. It's been a very long time since I've come out of a brand new musical just obsessed with the score and the music and the harmonies of it all. I'm very cynical with new musicals now, but with this musical I was just so attached to this beautiful score by Duncan Sheik. He has such a fantastic way of composing music, with some really catchy melodies. There's so many really memorable songs in this show. Sign My Name, Our Lady of Chains, Jack Palance, which opens Act 2 with this joyous song. It's a very varied and interesting score, while Susan Birkenhead's lyrics are so heartfelt and really capture the characters. I am begging for a cast recording of this show. It feels like they've perfected it so well, and if you're a fan of Duncan Sheik's previous work, it feels very reminiscent in places of his other shows like Spring Awakening. Overall, it's a very strong score. The story of the musical is based on the book of the same name, written by Sue Monk Kidd, and adapted to the stage by Lynn Nottage. On the surface, it's quite a simple concept. The musical is set in 1964, as Abue's daughter Lily and her friend Rosaline escape the town after Rosaline insults 3 racists. The pair travel across country to South Carolina, to a town that holds the mystery of Lily's mother's past, where they're taken in by 3 black women, beekeepers who sell honey featuring the picture of a black Madonna on the front. It's a really sweet coming of age and almost found family story, which is something that I found myself relating to a lot. But it also explores police brutality, racism, and spirituality. It's a very character-led show. All of these characters feel so fleshed out and interesting. And I think that is partly down to the book and to our fantastic cast. Rachel John as August just oozes that maternal nature. And oh my god, her vocals, that's all I need to say, her vocals. Eleanor Worthington Cox as Lily, she's very naive, and I really love how Eleanor Worthington Cox portrays her as a little bit wide-eyed and lost, but determined to find out about her mother. Noah Thomas as Zachary starts off as this burst of energy in Act 1. I love the chemistry that he has with Eleanor Worthington Cox's Lily. But in Act 2, Thomas gets this really harsh moment, and it breaks my heart. The change of the character from how we first see him to this moment is so stark, and Noah Thomas portrays it brilliantly. Then there's Abiona Amonya, who plays Rosaline. She's a very confident person, and I absolutely love her character journey and the ups and downs we see with her. Starting off very headstrong, determined to go and vote, and unfortunately having a lot of that beaten out of her. This fantastic ensemble of actors is continued with Anna Brennan as June, who's very mistrusting and adds a wonderful dynamic and brings in a lot of tension between the characters in the show. And Danielle Fiamania as May, who has such a tragic backstory but gets through it because of her faith. These characters provide so many places for these actors to play around with. Even the characters who have smaller roles are given these details and given these moments. There's so much to every single one of them. So even though the show doesn't have the time to spend ages and ages on every single character, we know exactly who they are, we know their trials and tribulations, and we know how they got through it. Build such wonderful characters, and these actors play with it phenomenally. Finally, I wanted to mention the show's comic relief of sorts, and that comes with the character of Neil, played by Taran Calendar. He is so fun. He gives me the vibes of Ogie from Waitress. You know, instead of never ever getting rid of me, it's never ever getting rid of bees. But, you know. He gets a lot of his moments to shine in Act 2, especially within his opening number where he just brings the entire stage to life. This is such a fantastic ensemble of performers, playing these really interesting and fleshed out roles. And I think that's what makes Life of Bees so thrilling. The music and the story and the characters all coming together to just tell this beautiful story. Matched with its quite simple staging and set, with a structure in the middle representing the house that spins around on a revolve, and different set pieces being brought in to fill out the rest of the space of the house. It feels very intimate, especially in the space like the Almeida, and that complements this very character-driven show. The Secret Life of Bees is wonderful. It's engaging, it's thrilling, it's a joyous celebration of blackness and womanhood, while touching on history that sadly still feels very relevant to this day. Do yourself a favour and go and watch this show. But what do you think? Are you aware of the Secret Life Bees? Did you see it in New York, or have you read the book? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me and it helps out the channel. There's some links to my videos on the screen right now, and a link to my Instagram if you want to drop me a follow over there. But that's it for me today, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!